NIM has been in existence for nearly 50 years now. It supports a team of workplace chaplains. Our chaplains, who are now mostly voluntary, visit a number of different workplaces across the area, from retail shops, Metro Centre, Dalton Park, to government offices. So we have chaplains at Tyneview Park and Waterview Park, manufacturing, and some emergency services as well, and a whole range of different workplaces in between. I'm chaplain team leader, so my role is to support our chaplains, to identify new chaplains and help to train them and place them into local workplaces, ideally local to their own churches. I'm also principal chaplain with Tyne and Wear Fire and Rescue Service and chaplain at Newcastle International Airport. I'm really happy to be visiting. It's just such a privilege. We have no right to be in these places. We are there as guests, and that is a huge privilege that people actually allow us to go in, when, of course, the common narrative seems to be that faith and religion don't work in the public square. So to be in that public square alongside people of all faiths, no faith, no belief, is just such a huge privilege. And gradually, over a period of time, getting to know people and building relationship with them, gaining their trust, so that inevitably you just happen to be there in the right place at the right time. But of course, you don't just happen to be there. It's because you've spent maybe years regular visiting. There is some really great support in a lot of our workplaces. They take it very seriously with occupational health, HR, etc., and that is brilliant. And our role is not to replace them or to be in competition with them, but it's sort of just been alongside that role. I think one of the main differences is that often people have had to reach a particular point before they will go to seek help from HR. Whereas the chaplaincy, I like to think of it as a quiet presence alongside. So we just have ordinary conversations. But as a result of that, you get to know people, they get to know you, you earn their trust. And then if things are bothering them or they have questions, it's just a natural thing for that to just crop up in a conversation. The faith and religious stuff often starts by a comment, "I'm not religious, but," and then they open up and you actually end up having quite a long conversation with them. So hopefully we manage to stop some problems from getting worse, but we can also just have that supportive presence. There are lots of things that they wouldn't actually want to take to HR or occupational health for a variety of reasons. There are so many opportunities for chaplaincy. Of course, as many people will know, there are chaplains in a host of places, from schools, universities, prisons, forces. They're the chaplaincies that most people know about, hospital chaplains, etc. But within our workplaces, which is where I'm involved, so many places actually want chaplaincy. We have chaplains within the fire service. The ambulance service have actually fairly recently requested chaplaincy, so I'm trying to find local chaplains for our ambulance service. And I mean, how amazing to support them. Shops, offices, Hexham Mart, manufacturing companies, any business really, either they will approach us, or if a chaplain or someone who wants to come into chaplaincy wants to get involved somewhere in their own area, we can actually go to some of the local places and ask the question whether they would like chaplaincy. I'm always happy to talk about chaplaincy. There is a lay chaplaincy course starting that is happening between Durham Diocese and Lindisfarne College of Theology, and I believe that that will be an ecumenical course, and hopefully that will help provide some of the foundations of chaplaincy, just to help people feel confident. Of course, people come with years of life experience, years of work experience, and years of faith experience, and that is absolutely so important. Obviously, it is a huge challenge at the moment for all of us. For chaplaincy, we're busy looking at how we can resume physical workplace chaplaincy in a safe way to keep our chaplains safe and obviously to keep the people they come into contact with safe. So that's one challenge. In terms of the issues that are around and why we're wanting to get chaplaincy back physically available is, of course, as many people will be aware, that there's going to be a huge rise in mental health issues, types of trauma. I mean, this has been a traumatic experience for so many. And I think just that ability to talk about these issues or the things that they've been finding difficult and to have that listening ear is really important. So our chaplains aren't professional counsellors or therapists, that's not what the role is, but that listening ear, that supportive presence, I think can make a big difference to people.